Namaste. My name is Christy, and welcome to your practice. Today we are going to be doing a yin practice together that has a focus on our sacral chakra, Svadhishthana. And in our practice today, we will just be looking at working with different shapes in our bodies that really help to get into our cell energy body and get into the space where our sacral chakra is, which is just below the navel and includes the lower abdomen, the genitals, the lower back, and the hips. We're going to be looking at this area, and if we find that we have any tenseness there, any tightness, any blockages, any stagnant or stuck energy that needs to be moved out, that we are going to be able to get into our breath and connect to that space so that we can start to come into a place of surrender. And with finding surrender, allow ourselves the freedom to receive passion and move into our creative and our sexual and transformational energies. The sacral chakra is responsible for our feelings of our right to passion, our right to desire, to want, to be. And sometimes that chakra can become blocked or imbalanced, and imbalances occur when we forego things like traumas, sexual traumas, physical traumas, and through no fault of our own, we have imbalances that are created in the sacral chakra. And when these imbalances are there in the subtle energy body, in the sacral chakra space, then we are disconnected from our creative energy and from our sexual energy. And to get into that space and find transformation and be able to receive these energies allows us to connect with our true selves. And so with that said, let's move into working with the sacral chakra today and move into more self-love and being closer to our true selves, to our true nature. So to begin this practice today, you will need a blanket, at least one, maybe two if you've got two. You'll need a couple of blocks nearby. You'll need a bolster. I've got a bolster here. If you don't have a bolster at home, you can just use a really firm pillow. That would work great. We won't be using any straps today. If you don't have blocks, you could get some books and use books. Those would work great as a modification for blocks. Any blankets will do. If you've got these yoga blankets that are thick and just kind of tend to hold form a little bit better, I recommend those. But any blankets that you have around the house will do. I also have a couple of large throw pillows here from my sofa, and you'll want to have those nearby. I've got two. And then just anything that is going to help you feel really relaxed and replenished and nourished and supported and held today. This class is all about nourishment, replenishment, and receiving that resting energy, so that we can be able to open up and surrender and receive the other energies that we are so deserving of, those creative energies, transformational energies, and connectivity to our sexuality. The other things that I have are, I've got some candles lit here. I've got an incense going. It's daylight out, but I've tried to dim the lights here and just mostly use natural lighting. I've got a timer for timing our poses. I have some essential oil that really helps me to get into the mood and just feel more relaxed. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit. I've just got some lavender oil. Just put some on my wrists. I even like to put a little bit just right above my forehead. I feel like that really lets me feel that, get that lingering scent of the oil throughout my practice and even throughout my day. So I'm just using a lavender. The other thing I have is an eye pillow. This is also filled with lavender. It smells so good. I just love to use this at the end of my practice in Shavasana. So if you have something like that, feel free to get that. And we'll get started. So if you need to pause this video to go and collect any items that might support you in your practice today, please go do that now. Pause the video and join us back when you are ready. Okay, so to begin our practice today, we are going to start out in Janu Sirsasana. So it's just going to be head to knee pose. So we're going to bring our left leg out and right heel will come to right groin. I like to just keep a little flex in my extended foot, in my foot of the extended leg. That just helps me to protect my kneecap and keep the pose just a little bit active, so that I can protect my joints while still being able to rest in this yin pose. So to start, I'm going to bring 2 pillows, and I'm just going to place these pillows on top of my leg, and just going to help myself to slowly move into this pose. In yin, we never want to start at our edge. We want to start in a place that will allow us to slowly move into the pose. So from here, you can take in a nice deep breath, reach your arms up, inhale, turn the rib cage towards the extended leg and fold at the hips, just right over the top of your pillows, and just go ahead and relax and rest the head on the pillows. And we're just going to stay here for a minute, and we're going to rest into this pose. Maybe close the eyes and slow, deep breaths. Breathing into any tension that you might feel already in the hips. Breathing into any discomfort. And with every exhale, coming a little bit deeper into this pose, but still finding a place of rest. a little bit longer here with 2 pillows. And we'll slowly come up and get ready to remove one of your pillows. And just go ahead and drop down to using one pillow here. Maybe now you can grab onto the foot. Maybe you're not quite ready to grab onto the foot. Maybe you want to grab onto the ankle. Or maybe you just want to keep total relaxation and just rest your head down towards your pillow. Continuing with slow, deep breaths. Breathing into the hips. Breathing into the sacral space. Creating room there. To allow for surrender. With every inhale, sending your breath to the hips. And with every exhale, creating space and falling a little bit deeper into this pose. And now when you're ready, you can remove the pillow altogether. And we'll just hold this pose for 1 more minute without the pillow. And if you need to, you can take another nice deep inhalation, reach the arms up. Turn at the rib cage, exhale. Grab onto the foot. And just bring the head down to the knee. Only going to where you are comfortable. Only going as far as your body allows. Knowing that exactly where you are is perfect. I'm just getting a little side cramp there, so I'm lifting up, but you hold that pose. Slow, deep breathing. Just a little bit longer. And when you're ready, slowly come back up. And now let's go ahead and move our pillows aside. I want you to grab your blocks, and we are going to move into dragon pose. So with one block, I want you to put it on the lowest level, and We're going to come up to our knees, and then you're going to bring your right foot, and you're going to place your right foot on top of the block. And you're just going to let your back toes be relaxed. And from here, you can just rest your arms on your knee like this. Or if it's more comfortable for you, you can bring another over. Just place it on your below your left hand. You can even bring your right hand up to your cheek and just rest your head on your cheek. And we'll hold this for about 1 minute. Just sink into the hips here. If this feels like too much for you, you can ease away on your inhale and then sink back into your hips on your exhale. So it would look like this. And exhale. Keeping your knee in line with your ankle, never going past your big toe. Just relaxing here. If you have knee troubles, or if this is uncomfortable for you under your resting knee, you can put a blanket under your knee. Just going to stay here a little bit longer. Okay, we're going to drop our right hand now inside of our right foot. Off the block. Move that block out of the way. And then shift your weight. That block just in the middle of your thigh. There. And we'll hold this for another minute. Moving through our dragon series here. Again, if it's too much, you can here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and lift up that back thigh, remove the block. Keep your hands on the inside of your right foot. Go ahead and we're going down so you can see me better. Move this out of the way. So this time you can rest your elbows here, actually on top of, I'm sorry, rest your forearms on the block. And then just let your head be heavy. From here, we are just going to come into butterfly pose or cobbler's pose. Bring your feet, the soles of your feet to touch. Sit up nice and tall and allow your knees to naturally drop to either side of you. In this cobbler's variation, we're going to add a block. So you can grab onto your block and lift your feet up, and we'll place our feet on top of our block. And then bring your groin in as close to your heels as possible. Just as close as you can without it being painful. Never starting at your edge, never going past your limit. And while the bottoms of your feet are touching, grab on and just peel your feet open like a book and allow the soles of your feet to face up towards the sky. And just continue to slowly inch your way in, bringing your groin and heels closer and closer until you reach a space that's comfortable for you. You can also grab your pillows if you'd like and place a pillow under either side, under each knee, just to offer a little bit more support. And we'll just stay right here for 1 minute. Always with smooth, deep breathing. Allowing our breath to go into the sacral chakra and create space for surrender. Allow yourself to receive creative, flowing energy. Allow yourself to connect to and receive your feminine side. The feminine side that is connected to your sexuality, transformation, passion, emotion. Men and women alike connect to our feminine side and nourish that part of your being. Now when you're ready, start to forward fold over the tops of your feet. From here, you can either lean forward, palms facing up on the floor in front of you, and forward block if that's accessible. You can use that for leverage to pull yourself down towards your feet. Or just the same, you can grab onto your feet and pull yourself down to forward fold at the hips. every inhale, find space. And with every exhale, fall a little bit deeper into your fold. Finding rest and relaxation. And when you're ready, you can slowly use your hands to push yourself up. And from here, we're going to go ahead and lay back supine on our backs. For the sake of space, I'm going to turn and face this way, but if you've got the space, you can just go ahead and bring your hands back behind you and start to slowly lower down, holding your legs in this position of butterfly. And I'll shortly join you there. If you'd like, you can place a blanket under your head, if that feels good. And we'll just stay here for a couple of minutes. Slow, deep breaths. Continue. And while we're here, you can keep the eyes closed. You could even cover yourself with a blanket if that feels good. I want you to bring your hands together, right palm on top of left. Have your palms face the ceiling. Let your thumbs touch and rest your palms facing up, just right below your navel, right at the center of your low abdomen, where the sacral space is, where the sacral chakra is. And either out loud with me or quietly to yourself, we're going to repeat the seed sound of the sacral chakra, which is Vam. And we'll just repeat this out loud together 3 times, just to help us further connect with our sacral chakra, connect with that space, connect with the energy associated with this chakra, and allow for optimal healing, optimal balance, and coming closer to our true selves and being more connected to both our inner and our outer world. So together, Vam. 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 You can let the hands rest beside you on the floor, palms facing up or down. Just a few more breaths here. And when you're ready, go ahead and move the block out from underneath your feet. You can just place it to your side, and we'll keep ourselves in cobbler's pose for one more minute. You can even move the pillows out. And just notice any changes, any differences that you might be feeling in your body. Notice the hips feeling more fluid, more open. And when you're ready, supporting your outer thighs with your hands, slowly bring your legs in together. Maybe bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe roll back and forth here if that feels good to you. Or just squeeze your knees into your chest. Dropping your feet down to the mat, keeping your knees pointed up to the ceiling, feet hip width apart, fingers down. Let's take a bridge pose to counteract the yin poses that we did today, the opening up of the hips that we did. When you're ready, start to peel your vertebrae up off the mat, starting from your sacrum, one vertebrae at a time, lifting your hips up towards the sky, maybe rolling your shoulders into your chest, keeping your neck straight. Lifting your hip points up, squeezing the glutes, bringing your chest closer into your chest. Slow, deep breaths. One more breath here. And when you're ready, slowly lower down. Again, one vertebrae at a time. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and come into Shavasana. Resting pose, corpse pose. And for this practice, I'll have you rest in Shavasana with your palms facing up. Continue to receive to the sacral chakra. Continue to allow yourself to receive the energies of passion, creativity, intimacy. Continue to surrender. Allow yourself to be aware of all of those intimate spaces and boundaries within yourself, and honor this. Allow yourself to receive all of the power and vitality that feminine energy within you has to offer. And rest and relax into this. When you're ready, slowly start to open the eyes, bring movement to the toes and fingers. Come on to your left side. And use your opposite arm to slowly push yourself up to sit. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this practice with me today. Please take this healing yin practice with you throughout your day, and feel free to return to this practice anytime that you are feeling that you might have some stuck or stagnant energy in your sacral chakra, anytime that you're needing to feel more connected to your own creativity, and anytime that you're needing to rest and be just connected to your more feminine side and connect to your intimacy and your sexuality. Continue to return to this practice and keep a free flow through your energy body and moving up through your sacral center. Thank you so much for enjoying this practice with me today.